1,000 curses on you, Maja! Oh, noble stranger, would you help Renzir? Karnwastin has been captured by Maja, this one's former first mate. She betrayed Renzir and turned his crew against him. There is no hope left, save your kindness. This one has 3 trade shipments scattered across the port and caches. Recover them, and he can start a new life. Maja must also be disposed of, for she will not rest until Renzir is hunted down. Renzir's most precious treasure is his wife, sweet Nubani. Last he saw, she was near our ship. This one suspects she has cleverly hidden herself, but will need help to escape. Do all this, and Renzir will make sure you are rewarded. This one should have been more suspicious of Maja from the start. Her skill as a first mate blinded him to her greed. Now Renzir only wishes to retire and live peacefully with his Nubani. The High Elves do not like to see lesser ships such as this one's humble junker docked at their ports. Therefore, many foreign ships are directed to hidden waterways to deliver their goods. Such a lack of respect for us newcomers, yes? Maormer raids are a constant threat on Somerset's coast, and the Altmer Navy is, shall we say, slow to respond to attacks on foreign ships. Renzir must take all precautions for such attacks. None know of these caches but himself and Nubani. It pains this one to speak of his precious wife when she is in such danger. You'll know her by her clever tongue and beautiful sparkling eyes. She warned Renzir many times not to trust Maja. If only he had listened to her wisdom. It all started when we ported in Karnwastin only a few days ago. Maja began to disappear deep within the caves, became irritable, angry. Then suddenly, she announced herself captain, attacked all who opposed, including Renzir. That, Renzir does not know. Perhaps she found an ally, someone powerful enough to scare the crew into obeying her command. But there's more than sailors in those caves now. As Renzir ran, he saw strange fighters. Undead, perhaps. But Maja is no necromancer, nor any of Renzir's crew. However, if she did find an ally, perhaps...
It's good to see you again. Thanks for rescuing me and my companions from that insidious mine trap. By the way, if you're working with these smugglers now, you should know that I've deprived a number of them of their existence. Well then, it appears that your mission has thus far been a success. Since you're here, I could use your help. My associate Grog has been captured. We did indeed. Turns out that Keturah is just one of several sea slow terrorizing Somerset. We couldn't find the mine manipulator, but we located a necromancer in these caves. Grog, you continue to impress me, newcomer. I hope you made the creature's last moments particularly painful. But about Grog, I appreciate the effort. While I may have dealt with a few of these scoundrels, I'm not capable of eliminating as quietly, and from what I've been able to observe, the smugglers have entered into some kind of arrangement with the Sea Slowed. They are a hunch, I suppose.
Someone there. How do I... What the... Sure. Thanks for getting me out of those chains. Look, I'm grateful and all that. Fine. But then we really need to get out. Something about a cabal of some...
More intruders! Excellent! You'll be nice. Oh, you fools! I will return.
thanks for retrieving Grog. He may be lazy, perpetually intoxicated, and a terrible cheated ancestor draw, but he is one of my steadfast companions. Was he able... Interesting. That corresponds with what I was able to learn. Anything else? My drunken companion usually discovers the most tantalizing. Sink the island? Magic of that sort sounds as remarkable as it is terrible. Maria and the High Elf Maria. Time is of the essence. While you go south to aid Maria, I'll return to Alinor and bring what...
I need healing!
looking for someone. Did Renzir send you? Nubani hopes he cared to mention his wife alongside his goods. So he sends you in his stead. How touching. No doubt Renzir first mentioned his shipments. Worth enough for us to finally retire, yes? But this one fears her husband will never leave his... A traitor! If only we could have such a peaceful life. No. The only thing Renzir delivers to Somerset is contraband. That's why we port within this cave. We're putting an end to this dangerous life. If you dump those smuggled goods into the sea, then his only option will be to sell our ship and settle down. What do you say, Renzir? Just one more trip, Renzir tells me. Just one more trip. But it's been 5 years, and Nubani tires of hiding in caves and waiting for night. She loves her husband, but many times, loudly, repeatedly. If we trade our ship, there will be no choice but to settle down. An honorable life in the sun. Quickly, dump the shipments overboard. There are darker forces in this cave than mutinying smugglers. Ah, but Nubani and Renzir are so resourceful, yes? The profit from this ship will be more than enough to open up a little... Maja is no necromancer, yet undead lines...
return carrying nothing, and with no one at your side. Have you failed? Did you find this one's Nubani? First, Maja steals my crew, then my only means of survival. Oh, how will this one tell Nubani? He promised her a life of riches and luxury. Now we'll have to sell this ship just to get by. Still... Nubani! There you are! Renzier knew you would escape.
With no help from her coward husband, of course.
Oh, do not say such things, especially on such a day when all has been lost.
Oh? But we still have the ship. We'll sell it in the nearest harbor, yes? Buy a little shop, just as you promised?
Well, yes, of course. Though perhaps we find sailors who wish for work?
Renzier?
Yes, yes, we sell the ship, of course. We start a shop just as you wish.
Good.
This was to be our last trip, you know. Then this one could retire with Nubani. She did? Why would she? You must understand. In Somerset, hardly a risky venture. The items allowed within Somerset, they are few. Certain books, foods, even perfume. By John and Jode, no. Renzier cannot stomach such things. Maja did not agree. She wished to expand our...
Five Claw. You always arrive just when Raz needs you most. After Raz spoke to the pretty Sigi Coriandra, whispers reached me about the illustrious Illumination Academy. They said that the Court of Bedlam hunts a Sapiarch there, so Raz had to come and see. Didn't expect to find you here helping out, though. So the Crystal Tower really is in danger. This one finds that so hard to believe. The Crystal Tower, it's a bastion, a symbol of everything the High Elves hold dear. The Queen would be very cross with Raz if anything bad happened to the tower. Now Raz sees why the Court of Bedlam seeks these particular sages. Very well, no need to twist this one's tail. Raz will help you save the Sapiarchs from the demented Daedric cultists. Let's look in the guest wing on the west side of the compound. This way. Follow Raz.
New arrivals? I wasn't told to expect any students or scholars today. sorry. They usually let me know when new academics are going to arrive. I'm sure I can find a way to squeeze you in someplace. How long do you plan on staying? Sure. They arrived a few days ago, but only Sapiarch Hanael stayed. She's working on a book of some sort. I think that's what she told me. Don't know where the other one scampered off to. She hasn't been back to her room in quite a while, though. I wouldn't think so. She left all her things in her room. Notes, valuable tomes. Not the sorts of items a sage would leave behind. Maybe she just got caught up in the nonsense outside. You can examine her room if you like. It's right over there.
The Sith. The Sapiarch's letter. She's hidden a coded message in the words. Raz has seen this done before. Hanael mentions something isn't right here, that she plans to hide in a quiet room. Very smart. It seems the Sapiarch knows that someone is hunting her. The list of specific books in a specific order. We need to find the books and the podiums, if Raz has deciphered the meaning of her code correctly. Let's hope we can find her before the Court of Bedlam does. That is disturbing news. The Queen hates Daedric machinations, especially the most overt ones. Let us hurry and try to find the Sapiarch. A vanishing bookcase. Raz likes this clever sage.
My illusion spell. Who are you? If you're the person that's been following me, I warn you, I'll scream. I knew I wasn't imagining things. I told Imidril that we were being followed. If the head of the College of Sapiarchs sent you and told you we guarded the Resolute Diamonds, it must be a serious matter. Something involving the other alliances? Daedric princes, you say? As in more than one? That doesn't sound very good. Imidril went to King's Haven, not too far from here. The old ruins. He loves to poke around in that place every chance he gets. But I'm still a bit confused.
Raz will explain things to the pretty Sapiarch and make sure she returns safely to Lilandril. You go find the one in the ruins.
Come on, you filthy... You're no goblin. You're the first thing I've encountered that isn't a slavering beast or drooling savage. Begs the question, what you're doing out here. The fool I followed out here. I lost track of him after these wretched goblins stole my pack. Hopefully he can manage their research for Medze's recital at the Illumination Academy. What are you? Some sort of saint sent to deliver me from digging through Maluk's squalor? Well, I could, but I don't know why you'd want to know. You're doing me a favor. Officially, scribe. Unofficially, nanny. The man's got some epic about the great... It's either find these... Officially, scribe. I don't know how much longer I could. That's the last of them. I'm not going to give you some my savior routine, but thanks. This is not how I plan to die. Do me one last favor. Look, I've had enough of Medse. The humming, the whistling, the constant attempts at rhyming. I'm not completely heartless. That's everything I cataloged on this.
Naliara, stay strong. Your salvation is at hand. Though, if you could call out, that would be helpful.
He's coming. I'm gone.
I finally girded myself with the courage of my forefathers. I'm prepared to add my deeds to theirs, even if it means entering oblivion itself. I will find Naliara. You, haven't seen her, have you? Naliara quit? Oh, I suppose I cannot fault her. Capture by vile goblins was simply too much for her delicate spirit. But without her... Oh, well, that's great. I nearly have everything I need to complete my epic of the war fought between the goblins and high elves here. I mean, I just assumed since Naliara entrusted you with her notes, you were taking over her duties. You don't want to uncover a once in a... The site is close. I just know it. Dramatic instinct. My antiquated direct... You must not frequent Daggerfall, friend. I am Medze the Might... Well, there's a story there. You see, in light of the Queen's decree, the Illumination Academy has been inviting guest performers from all across Tamriel for their... I was getting to that. The subject of my recital is a fresh epic of their ancient conflict with the goblins of these hills. I didn't want to just regurgitate tired verse to the world's premier scholars. I need... All the stories of Somerset describe it as an idyllic place of wonder and beauty. I'll admit it's been a much less comfortable trek than I anticipated. Yes, but the answers must lie in these ruins. Oh, Naliara, if only you'd waited. Hurry, let us claim the prize. Some kind of trade ledger? Oh, how mundane. It seems like the elves who built this place engaged in deals with... goblins. That can't be right, can it? This looks like scouting reports. Land surveys, goblin settlements. Why was the water source of such interest to them? These look like plans for resettlement. Elven and Goblin. They were proposing a land trade with the... Oh gods, this is terrible! These tablets show the Goblins weren't always viciously territorial. Elves and Goblins coexisted, traded, until the Elves wanted King's Haven. I sought a subject for heroic composition. There is no truthful recounting of this history that would flatter the Elves. Sing the truth, and my patrons will loathe me. Sing a lie, and my artistic integrity dies. It's what a noble hero would do, isn't it? Self-sacrifice for the sake of the downtrodden. You've been an able guide to heroism, keeping me on the right. The time has come for me to unsheath the quill of justice. And even if I'm not bludgeoned off stage by thick volumes, I'm told the divine prosecution is very particular about the,
Don't let it take me!
No worries, I've got you. I think. You there! Burn the webs! Quickly! Quickly! Mephalah's damn webbing. It's in all my nooks and crannies. Thanks for helping, though. No! Save the Dog Star gem!
The spider poison, it's spreading fast. Take this, resolute diamond. Don't let the Golden Knight sacrifice me, and then you know we're Tower Sentinels, guardians of the Diamond Keys. Mephalah, Prince of the Secret Arts. She sought my diamond, but also tell Hanayel I'm sorry.
Ah, there you are. The Right Master needs you back in Artaeum immediately. Find him in Kapora Tower as soon as you can.
A request from the Office of Divine Prosecution.
Tell me you are real, my friend, and not another mind trick sent by the vile slugs to deceive me. The Marines. We followed rumors of some new kind of magic. Discovered the geyser. Sea-slowed magic. Something to do with abyssal pearls. The geyser's spout. The High Elf Marine, Indirum. He's a mage, though nowhere near as powerful as... I should survive. I've suffered similar injuries in the past. Indirum and the rest.
It's you! I never thought I'd see you again. You probably don't remember me. Tyrwin. You freed me from those Telvanni slave drivers in Vardenfell. It wasn't too hard to give that idiot Lonus and his mother the slip. Not that they didn't try, but I couldn't have done it without those papers you stole. It's so good to be back on my home soil. I was a slave for a very long time before Lonus was even born. But it's not the Isles themselves that have changed so much as the people. No, I kind of like it. Gives me hope. There's a lot of tension in the air, though. Turns out, all those years searching for Red Star shells made me a fair hand at plying the waters for bounty. And Somerset has no shortage of shores.
You're back. Kainar returned and said you went in search of Maria and the Marines. Tell me, is the sea-slowed threat as dire as the Eight protect us? A cabal of sea-slows, high-elf traitors, magic geysers that can sink the island. I asked you to look into one threat, and you bring... Normally, I'd dispatch every soldier at my disposal to deal with these geysers. However, the ongoing war has depleted our forces. Might be time to reach out to more people like you. The work you did to bring us information on the sea-slowed? Brilliant. That's only the beginning. The sea-slows have unleashed... Destroy the geysers. We can't leave even a single abyssal geyser active. To do so could spell disaster for just what I want.
Thank you for retrieving Indirum's report and getting it. It took me a while, but here I am.
Hey, about...
While you deal with the guys, I certainly hope so. I might even send word to Oriandra.
Wolisetta, what are you thinking? Do you have a moment? A friend of mine, Wolisetta Grakog. We're not friends exactly. More like colleagues. Well, please don't tell anyone, but I think she stole a seeing stone called the Eye of Remembrance and took it to Traitor's Vaults.
What? Oh, thank Malakath. I thought you were the Relic Master. I'm not sure what brings you down here, but you couldn't have come at a better time. Exploring. Our betters don't like to talk about it. When they do, they call it Traitor's Vault. According to my research, it used to serve as a retreat for the Order's most... Good question. I found this memory stone in the Grand Reliquary. It's called the Eye of Remembrance. What luck to find a fellow troublemaker on this stiff-necked isle. There should be pedestals scattered. Wolisetta, formerly of Clan Kog. The Sijiks want you to renounce those old affiliations, you see. Something like 350 years, give or take a decade. I know what you're thinking. She looks sprightly for her age, right? Long life comes with the robes. The Sijiks don't think you can learn much of anything in a normal orc lifetime. Semantics. I'm still an apprentice, you see. I should have earned my gray cloak a century ago, but I'm too much of a gadfly. Rubs our masters the wrong way. Yes, a whole heap of them. Skeletons mostly. I tried to banish them, but my mastery of your guess is as good as mine. Like I said, the Right Master locked everyone out shortly after Manamarco. Right Master Ikesis threw him out just before the island disappeared. From what I hear, he caused quite an uproar on the mainland. Other than the fancy name, I'm not exactly sure. If you look closely, you'll see it's covered in all... Of course! I wouldn't have risked the Sijik's wrath on a hunch.
Just look at this place. How in Sarabane's name did you get the Right Master to unlock it for you?
He rightly acknowledged our superior skill. It's only natural that he'd let us work here.
Well, it's quite a privilege.
Privilege? It's all right, Vanas. You mustn't be so humble all the time.
Not this again. Come, let's explore further.
Secluded? Cavernous? Yes, this will be perfect for my research.
That was Manamarco, and Bona Scalaria, the leader of the Mages Guild. Can you believe this? It must be Manamarco's laboratory.
What have you done? This is just... repugnant.
Oh, Vanas. I would have thought you less judgmental. It's just a bit of puppetry. Nothing but arcane lift and spirit handling.
That was a living thing, Manamarco. You're edging close to a dangerous line. Too close.
You sound like the right master. The only lines are those you draw in your mind.
I'm not going to... Please. Just find a new avenue of research, all right?
Oh, Vanos, you fool. You will never understand true power.
I always heard Vanis and Manamarco were friends, but it seems like a complex relationship. Fascinating. Let's see what else we can find.
What happened to our classmates? What is wrong with you?
Wrong? Honestly, grow up, Vanas. There is no right and wrong. Only power and weakness.
You've made me for a fool. I can't believe I didn't see the rot infesting your soul. You will answer for this eventually. I swear it.
And you, my friend, will answer for your short-sightedness when I eclipse you in every way.
I always thought Manamarco was confused, misguided. Seems he knew exactly what he was doing. Amazing.
Cattled, didn't you? You're a greater fool than I thought.
You tainted the Thapora Tower. You're worse than a murderer.
Pathetic. Do you expect Ichesus to bind me here? No. He'll simply banish me from the island.
That won't be enough. You're a beast, Manamarco. A beast that needs to be caged.
Of course you're right. And once I reach the mainland, I'll show the world just how right you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a ritual to complete. Now, to my masterwork. If Ichesus does not see the genius of my work, he can rot with the rest of them.
So these are the events that led to Manamarco's exile. Let's keep exploring. Well, I didn't expect that. Meet me outside. We have a lot to talk about. Welcome back, partner. By Malakath, what a discovery. We learned about the history of the Vault, the Worm King's relationship with Vanus Galarian, and you even destroyed one of Manamarco's vile experiments. Not bad for a day's work. Don't turn on me now. The Eye gave us glimpses of Manamarco's work. With time, we might be able to learn more about his process. Know your enemy, right? I hope I can count on you to keep this a secret. Here's a little something for the effort. Let's do this again sometime, huh?
No, you will not be doing anything like this ever again, Uliseta.
Spying on us, huh? Well, I'm sick of you cowards hiding knowledge away and then punishing us for discovering it.
If not for Admana like you, we wouldn't have to hide things like the eye you stole. Come, Uliseta. Your punishment awaits.
Good. I'm anxious to tell you all exactly what I think of you.
Thank you for returning so promptly. Before we get to other matters, tell me about your search for the Tower Sentinels. Valcerin recounted the events at the College of Sapiox after she returned with Lathan. But I'm eager to hear your report. Mephala, curse her name. Along with her cohorts, Clavicus Vile and Nocturnal, she corrupted Lathan and threatens all of Nirn. But the Sapiox no longer have an attuned pair of key-bearers. That will make it harder to access the Crystal Tower. That Golden Knight is one of Meridia's champions, I believe. It seems that one Daedric prince is trying to help us. That gem is the Dawn Star, from the Dawnbreaker sword. Why take the knight prisoner, though? What are the princes playing at here? Oh, yes. Without 2 attuned tower sentinels, the Sapiarchs can't use the diamond keys to open the way to the Crystal Tower. The attuning process... Meridia is the Daedric Prince of Life and Light. It involves my missing memories. I've recalled an important detail, and I need to show it to you. For now, let me compensate you for your effort while you were gone. I have been scrying through my own memories, trying to find the missing events that will remind me where I hid the heart of transparent law. I believe I have discovered something significant. Not exactly. While scrying through my memories, I saw half-formed thoughts and splintered recollections. I saw myself enter the dreaming cave beneath Kapur. I opened a portal, but I can't recall where it went. Something intentionally blocked the destination from my sight. I entered the portal, and time passed. Then, the answer to where I hid the heart of transparent law resides in the dreaming cave. Or, more precisely, through the portal I opened and once traversed. But therein lies the problem. It's best if I showed you. The dreaming cave lies beneath Kapora Tower, where the various threads of magicka and other energies come together and pool like water running down a chain. Trained Psijics can use that energy, perhaps. I honestly can't remember. If not for the success of my scrying spell, even this minor memory would still elude me. There's more to explain, but words fail me. I'll show you what I mean when we go down to the dreaming cave. Just the result of my scrying spell. It allowed me to project images from my mind for further study, to look for details my memory alone may have missed. I watched one particular scene. As I explained, Valcerin refuses to leave Lathan's side. She's trying to get him to explain how he could forsake our order and pledge himself to a Daedric prince. I hope she can see her way through this. We're going to need... That's not my tale to tell. They both rose through the ranks of our order together. Fell in love, had a child. The rest, well, that's personal. Welcome to the Dreaming Cave. Here, we can open paths to other realms. This particular path is blocked by Daedric magic. I have an idea, though. Take the Dawnstar gem from your pack and hold it up to the... just as I surmised. The barrier. It withdraws from the Dawnstar's power. Dawnbreaker's gem contains a portion of Meridia's power, but on its own, it isn't strong enough to dispel this barrier. We need to find the Dawnbreaker. We know that at least one Daedric prince has attempted to help us against the triad of Vile, Mephala, and Nocturnal. I think it's time to approach Meridia and solicit her. We need to locate a true believer, one of Meridia's cultists. If anyone can direct us toward Daedric activity on Somerset, it's Lathan. Talk to Lathan. See if you can convince him to help us find one of... As we've seen, the triad of Daedric princes was able to interfere with the Golden Knight's efforts to reach us. If I attempt to use the Dreaming Cave to contact Meridia, chances... The barrier doesn't block every possible path, only the one that I saw in my scried memory. The path that leads... I don't think so. Each member of the Cabal possesses a unique talent. Keturah dealt in mind magic. When you killed... Just as you were attuned so you could travel to and from Artaeum, we use the same magic to prevent Lathan from leaving the island. He is free to wander where he will, but he can't leave. I believe he's outside. Lathan was a good man. I have to believe he still is, despite pledging his allegiance to Mephala and the Court of Bedlam. Besides, we need to contact Clavicus Vile, Mephala, and Nocturnal.
I never planned to come back here. The memories are painful.
I still can't believe I had to find you and drag you back. Was our time together really so terrible?
You still don't understand. Our daughter will never again see this view, or hold my hand, or anything.
What a fool I've been. I was worried sick about Lathan while he was out cavorting with worshippers of Mephala. I lost a daughter too, but you don't see me abandoning my friends and family. I didn't forsake the Psijic Order. We're Psijic monks. We don't have anything as barbaric as a dungeon or a jail. Instead, we adjusted his attunement spell to make it impossible for him to leave Artaeum. Lathan is free to wander. My husband was well-liked and respected. He and the Rite Master often talked and conducted research. Ichesis is probably as devastated by Lathan's betrayal as I am. Good luck with that. Maybe you'll get something useful out of him, but I doubt it. Lathan was stubborn before he became...
I suppose it's too much for a prisoner to expect a few moments of solitude with his thoughts. Ah, well. So, what can I do for you? Has the Rite Master sent you to interrogate me? Doesn't he trust my wife's talents in that regard? What a curious question. Do you actually believe that all Daedric cultists know each other? I hate to disappoint you, we don't. Although I can tell you that there are a lot fewer of the Lady of Life's followers now than there were before. The Court of Bedlam has been actively eliminating the competition, as it were. Oh, I wasn't personally involved, but I have it on good authority that the Meridia shrine hidden to the north of Shimmerine has been disposed of. Or, who can say? I imagine that one or two of them scurried down a dark hole before the blade fell. Like rats, her followers are. I believe I have said everything I'm going to on this subject. Now shove off.
That sounds like a wild Nixad chase. Didn't Razumdar mention he was investigating Daedric cults on Somerset? Maybe you should go talk to him. Razumdar has been investigating Daedric activity across Somerset. He's your best chance for finding a follower of Meridia, despite what Lathan has intimated. When last we checked, the Eye of the Queen was in Shimmerine, conducting his own investigation into the Court of Bedlam and other Daedric activity. If anyone in Somerset can point you to a priest of Meridia, it's Razumdar.
You saw Queen?
If the Queen's Eye wants to chase his own tail by following skeever scribblings, fine by me. Anything to keep him out of our business.
Step away from that scribble, newcomer.
Take a breath, Bailiff. It's just a scribble, not one of Razumdar's conspiracies. Only one of the lesser races would deface a beautiful wall like that. I mean no disrespect, but my statement rings true. Razumdar claims... The cat mentioned he was working with a newcomer. But if you ask me about Daedra, I'll toss you down a pit. As I told Razumdar, Somerset banished Daedric cults centuries ago. Our biggest problem right now concerns these wall scribblers. Do I look like a Khajiit keeper to you?
Come to admire the...
While I love working in Shimmerine, it lacks a certain place where we can...
Raz doesn't care who you worship. He just wants to know if your cult was attacked recently.
Perry, would welcome you. Our prince accepts all kinds, and you'd be our first Khajiit.
You'd be our first anything, actually. I told Philbert this was a mistake. Periite protects us, but trying to proselytize on an island with...
Look, Martine, the sacred scribbles of Perry. What better way to find true believers? Since Daedra... Those gloried constables? Why would... The court of what now? Is that... You want to join? Well, this is embarrassing. We didn't expect anyone to accept the word of Periite, at least.
Five Claw. You have the happy ability to know where to find Raz when Raz has need of you. Getting information out of these Periite idiots is like squeezing milk from a stone. This is why Raz hates dealing with Daedric cults. Interesting question. Raz has learned that the court of Bedlam has been attacking the cults of other princes, including those devoted to Meridia and Azura. Now, usually if crazy cultists kill each other, it's good for Somerset. But this feels wrong. You do? Well, Raz trusts you. So I can tell you about an old friend who attends Meridia ceremonies in the Etonir Grotto. Raz doesn't approve, but it's her life, yes? This one, Raz was planning to head up north to Etonir after talking to these Periite imbeciles anyway, to check on his old friend. The court of Bedlam's attacks on the other cults were particularly vicious, and this one worries so. War. That would explain the attacks. Raz isn't an expert on Daedric cults, but this doesn't sound like their usual behavior. This one thought they just sort of left each other alone. That's a terrible thing to say. No, Raz refuses to believe it. Raz's friend is a survivor. She's got to be all right. This one will go and make contact. Make sure she's fine. Then we'll meet you outside Etonir. Raz hears things. He heard about the attacks on the rival cults. He heard that the court consists of followers of 3 different princes. A single dark elf among a group of high elves? Seems significant to Raz.
I fear the worst.
Over here, Five Claw. This is Raz's old friend, Sadarado. She follows Meridia, but do not hold that against her. Raz is pleased he was able to find Sadarado safe and uninjured. She has agreed to talk to you, so this one suggests you get to it, yes?
May Meridia's light shine upon you. Raz told me you need to contact my prince. With the recent attacks, however, I need to ask you what your interest in Meridia happens. Meridia's Sword of Light. I'm not sure I understand. Even if I wanted to help you, my efforts would probably be in vain. My prince doesn't speak to just any... My prince blessed you with her presence. That's a story I'd love to hear sometime. For now, I'll do my best to help you, but the path to the shrine will be hazardous. Mephalla's creatures still roam the area, feasting on my brothers and sisters. Enter the grotto and look for our camp. Meridia's shrine looms over the area. Raz will accompany me and will enter via a side tunnel.
Raz thinks this is a bad idea, Sadara.
I want to help Raz. Maybe this is the reason Meridia allowed me to escape when the rest of my sect was attacked.
I knew I shouldn't have let her go in. Idiot. The Thieves Guild sent you. Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you. Darkness crawls along the walls of Etanir. Only thing you'll find here is an ugly death. No idea. Erothal asked to take the lead, and I obligingly took a nap. Didn't think it would be any... Well, she's certainly missing, and I'm not risking my scaly hide going in to find her. You look... I suppose I could answer some questions, long as they're quick. I don't suspect Erothal will make... What? Are you the kind of sap who sheds a tear for every idiot lost on a job? Huh? If you were so... Not by choice. The guild shoved her in my lap and told me to start No idea. A cult of Meridia doesn't usually make a big splash, but here in Somerset, well, they don't look kindly on Daedric cults, even the nice one. Not entirely sure, truth be told. All I know is...
All of your eyes open and be still.
Someone out there? Help me out of this thing!
Finally free! Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to Seeks. He must be worried sick.
This way. We're almost there.
Raz is not fond of Daedric cultists, but no one deserves to die like this.
The Court of Bedlam are cowards. They struck us down without warning. What did those bastards do to you?
The Lady of Light. The shrine is just inside.
Look what they did to his body. They defiled Meridia's shrine.
That light, that is not natural, yes?
Meridia, She calls to us.
My devoted priest, a loyal soldier, and an intrepid instigator. Step closer and bask in Meridia's light.
Why is this statue talking to Raz? Should it be doing such a thing?
My followers murdered. My shrine desecrated. The other princes, this so-called triad, they must answer for these insults. But I sense a question in your mind. Speak, champion of Cold Harbor. Ask what you will of the Prince of Light. They dare to steal my vessel? To hold prisoner the agent I put in place to foil their despicable plans? My light shall not be snuffed out. My colored runes will not be compromised. You must set Darien Gautier free. My vessel just thinks of itself as the mortal called Darien Gautier. In reality, Darien is my will and my power, inserted into your reality whenever my light needs to banish a darkness. I will admit my night changed after it met you, though. The night had a single purpose, but somehow you complicated matters. Now the night actually cares. You and my vessel will both be required to stop the Triad. You must enter Mephalah's realm and rescue Darien. The gem cannot grow a new sword, but I can add to its power. Now you can use it to locate Darien in Mephalah's realm. Return to the Right Master and tell him what I said. Wait, how dare they? The Triad dares invade my sacred realm? This cannot stand.
Meridia, my prince! She's gone. I can't feel her presence any longer.
Raz is certain that the nice statue will be fine. In the meantime, let this one take you someplace where you will be safe.
Our shrine desecrated. My prince under attack. How can such things...
Raz has seen many things. Were-sharks, flying tigers, were-sharks on top of flying tigers. But a talking light? Ah, Queen Irene will never believe it. How much trouble are we in, Five Claw? Be honest with old Raz. Too much honesty is never a good thing. How do we battle Daedric princes? Raz supposes an army would help. An army always helps. Alas, Raz rarely has an army to call upon when he needs one the most. And that involves traveling to places Raz never knew existed before all this started. No. Raz will see Sadara to safety and then do what he can to protect Somerset and the Crystal Tower. The Daedra fighting, Raz will leave to you, yes?
I see that Errolthal made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my pay if she wound up dead. More important, good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly, this is one of the smoother operations I've been a part of.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
The itching's probably just a symptom of the venom. Next, your flesh will start to rot off. Seen it happen a million times.
Seeks, you're hilarious! I just can't get enough of your jokes. My skin's going to rot off. Oh, what will you come up with next? Thanks so much for the rescue. I'm Erithel, the muscle of this operation. Oh, I suppose Seeks already told you that, though, didn't he? I'm great. It will take more than the venom of some giant spider lady to kill me. Oh, what a great first chapter. Stealing into the caverns of... That's me? Oh, well, it will be. Once I become the greatest thief Tamriel has ever known, you and Seeks should count...
It was a close. Erithel should be fine. I'll give her a bit to recover. Then we'll make our way to a healer nearby. I suppose so. What have I got to lose? Besides her again, I guess. At least the lass is enthusiastic about the work. Always prattling on about becoming a great thief. Who knows?